Hey guys, starting chapter 4 today, and we're going to see Paul in his letter to the Ephesians, where he is under house arrest, write about what it looks like to kind of live as a Christian, and what it means to kind of have. He's going to talk a lot about unity in this section. As you guys know, we're doing this series, Stuck at Home. We feel like we're under house arrest, and Paul here is actually under house arrest. And we're kind of seeing where his mind is at during this, and we've already seen over and over and over again, it's Christ focused. So let's go ahead and read Ephesians chapter 4 verses 1 through 10. I therefore, a prisoner for the Lord, urge you to walk in a manner worthy of the calling to which you have been called, with all humility and gentleness, with patience, bearing with one another in love, eager to maintain the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit, just as you were called to the one hope that belongs to your call, one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, who is over all and through all and in all. But grace was given to each of us according to the measure of Christ's gifts. Therefore it says, when he ascended on high, he led a host of captives, and he gave gifts to men. In saying he ascended, what does it mean but that he had also descended into the lower regions, the earth? He who descended is the one who also ascended far above all the heavens, that he might fill all things. So at the end of this, kind of describing prayer, what he's been doing up until this through chapters 1 through 3, he says, I therefore, a prisoner of the Lord, he's a prisoner for Jesus' sake, urge you to walk in a manner that's worthy of the calling. So he's saying, now that your life has been changed, your life actually needs to change. He's saying all these wonderful things about Christ and being focused on Christ. And so because of that, you need to walk or live in a way that is worthy of this calling. So he's going to list a couple of ways that you can do that. And he's basically saying with all humility, which is, which is being humble, not thinking too much of yourself. Gentleness, not taking advantage of other people, being gentle. With patience, we know what patience is, even though a lot of us, it's in short supply sometimes. Bearing with one another in love. What all of these things have in common is they're about unity. They're about being one together. And he says, eager to maintain, verse 3, this is the part I really wanted to get to. Eager to maintain the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. How eager are we to maintain this kind of unity? And then he goes into a list of, there's one body, talking about us as Christians, we're all one. There's one Spirit, and there's one baptism, there's one hope, one Lord, one faith. And there's all these different things. There's one, he's pushing home this idea of unity. And so right now, we're not able to be united, and physically, we're not able to come together and be physically united. How are we reaching out to others and continuing to have unity? How are we continuing to be one? And I think the answer really comes down to we're continuing to have the same goal in mind, which is to push forward Christ's kingdom. And so hopefully you're doing that. But even more so, I hope that you're reaching out and actively yearning for this unity, reaching for this unity, and trying to keep it up, even though we're not able to be together. Because in verse 3, he describes walking in your faith as eager to maintain the unity of the Spirit. I hope you're eager. Be eager. I'm going to pray for you guys. I hope you pray for me. Reach out for somebody today. Keep that unity going. Let's encourage each other and build each other up during what's kind of a weird and difficult time. Love you guys.